to us just now. Now, do you notice that this is a very large boat with huge field? It's amphibious vehicle. We call it the duck tour. So this duck can smoothly maneuver itself on land as well as water. Now, do expect a very noisy and bumpy journey because this is a very old duck, all right? Now, as we are still battling with the coronavirus, so we have to comply with all the safety measures, rules, and regulations. First of all, face covering must always be on our face. And secondly, always keep a safe distancing between groups. And thirdly, no changing of seats from now onward, all right? My name is Tan. I'm joined by Captain Tan. So besides the two of us, we have another special guest. His name is Jared. Let me welcome him. Anyway, he's invisible, so just take a listen, all right?
Quack, quack. I heard my name. Who called my name? Oh, hi there. I'm Darius, the coolest duck in the whole wide world. Isn't this a great day to go a-splashing? Going on a journey. Thank you for choosing our multi-award-winning amphibious tour, the original Duck Tours. Now, for your safety, please ensure you keep your arms and head within the vehicle at all times, especially when taking photos or videos. Parents, do look after your little ones. Kindly remain seated when the duck is on the move. We will cover the historic Civic District and the scenic harbourfront. If there are no holdups in traffic, we will be back here in about an hour. I bet you're a little curious about this wacky duck ride. Let me share with you its life story. Born in the 1960s, it is a bona fide Vietnam War craft. Yep, believe it or not, 3 of our ducks were ridden with bullet holes when we first found them in America. During the war, this duck was used to carry ammunition and rations from ship to shore. It also supported the Marines in their beach landing operations. We have since upgraded it to a modern hydrostatic system with additional safety features. It is now fully remodeled into a cute duck for city sightseeing.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I need your attention for the safety briefing.
I now need your attention. This is a safety briefing. Please take note of where the life buoy and fire extinguisher are located. Adult life vests are found under your seats, while toddler life vests are placed in front. In an emergency, put the vest over your head and secure the strap around your waist. Please attend to yourself before helping the little ones. Exit doors are on both sides of the craft. Evacuate only upon the captain's order. While in the water, you may use the whistle to attract attention. Rest assured the duck is equipped with modern features to ensure your safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, later on we shall feel the excitement when our land vehicle turns into a boat and it hits the river. So we shall go for a water tour first and then the land tour. If there is no hold up in traffic, we should be able to complete our journey within an hour. Now, friends sitting at the extreme left, the extreme right, just get yourself prepared because later when we enter the water, there'll be water splash. So if the wind is strong, you get much more. Anyway, that's the fun of it, isn't it? Alright, we'll be turning right and soon you'll see a river. That is our Palam River. So now let's get ourselves prepared. Alright, we'll be turning right. Okay, now do you see the river or the water now? Please hold tight, especially the two of you. Okay, now I'm going to do a countdown start from 3 later. So you may join me, okay? So if you have camera or headphone that's not waterproof, please avoid because we can't afford to pay. Okay, the water is right in front of us. Everybody please hold tight please. And also hold tight to all your fragile items, headphone, camera, and also your water bottle. Alright, are you ready? We are entering now, okay? Let's go. Shall we? 3, 2, 1. Alright, this is a good one, isn't it? Do you like it? Shall we do it again? No, you have to pay if I have to do it again. I'm sorry. Alright, this is actually the 1 second excitement of Jack Tour. That's it, no more. Everybody please relax. If you want to see how the water actually splashes, turn around, there is a duck coming down. In fact, 2 ducks coming down. Look at them. Alright, first duck is coming down now. 3, 2, 1. Yes, that was what's happening to us just now. Now, another duck coming down. If you want to see, yep. It's moving. Yes, another good one. Alright, friends sitting at the back, are you okay, fine? Alright. Okay, friends in front, all the boys and girls, I'm sure you're good. Alright. Okay. If everybody is good, now let's start with our river tour. It'll take about 20 to 30 minutes. So along the way, we'll be able to see our significant landmarks such as our Ferris wheel, Singapore Flyer, beautiful parks, gardens by the bay, integrated resort, Marina Bay Sands, and most importantly, the mascot of Singapore, the lion. We'll be seeing them all later. So now everybody sit back, relax, enjoy the breeze and the sun.
We are now starting the 30-minute water tour. The development in front of us is a typical private condominium. Only 20% of the population lives in private estates, while the majority stays in public housing called HDB flats. Due to land scarcity, real estate prices in Singapore are among the highest in the world. A 3-bedroom private condominium such as this will easily cost between US dollars 2 and 3 million. A similar-sized HDB apartment is about 40% cheaper. Most young couples choose to buy HDB flats. It takes 3 years for a new flat to be ready. Many shy Singaporean men may just ask their girlfriends, "Shall we apply for a flat?" when what they want to ask is, "Will you marry me?" Singapore is among the 20 smallest nations in the world with just 700 square kilometers of land area. The island measures 25 kilometers from north to south and 43 kilometers from east to west. With our growing population, Singapore is currently the 3rd most densely populated country in the world, ahead of Hong Kong. Singapore has a population of 5.5 million, of which 3.3 million are Singapore citizens. 40% of the people here are foreigners, of which 500,000 are permanent residents, while 1.7 million are foreign workers. Of the 3.3 million Singapore citizens, Indians make up 9.2% of the population, Chinese 74.2%, Malays 13.3%, and the remaining 3.3% of various origins. ahead is the Formula One Singapore Grand Prix pit building. This pit building has 36 garages for 12 racing teams. Formula One returned to Singapore in 2008 after an absence of 36 years. It was then that the first night race for F1 was held here.
Singapore Flyer is on our right.
The iconic Singapore Flyer is ahead on our right. Standing at 165 meters, it offers a panoramic view of the city. A ride on the Flyer takes 30 minutes. On a clear day, you can see several Indonesian islands, as well as Malaysia. The Flyer is one of the most popular viewing platforms in Singapore.
Gardens by the Bay.
Straight ahead is Gardens by the Bay. The concept of Singapore as a garden city was first introduced by the late Mr. Lee Kuan Yew in the 1960s. While developing this country, there was a conscious effort to pepper the concrete jungle with greenery whenever possible. The Gardens by the Bay sits on prime real estate and cost a whopping $700 million to build in 2012. See the two shell-like glass structures? They are the temperature-controlled garden conservatories. Entry to the flower dome and the cloud forest is chargeable. Behind the conservatories are the super trees and the elevated skyway. With heights ranging between 25 and 50 meters, these are vertical gardens teeming with plant life. You may want to catch the free nightly light show performances here.
Official languages of Singapore, namely Chinese, Malay, Tamil, and English. I'm sure all of us here know that the national language of Singapore is Malay. Why is it so? Now let's take a listen and find out the answer.
Good day, everyone. 大家好. Semua orang hari yang baik. Vanakkam. These are the four official languages of Singapore: English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil. English is the main language, and it's used in business, government, and educational settings. Most visitors are surprised that the national language of Singapore is Malay. The Singapore government nominated it after independence from Britain in the 1960s due to our relations with Malay-speaking neighbors, Malaysia and Indonesia. In general, Malay is only spoken within the Malay community. Look across the bay and you can admire the many skyscrapers of the old financial district. Visit this area during lunchtime to experience many working executives buzzing past you at full speed. Singaporeans are some of the fastest walkers in the world, and this is particularly evident in the central business district, where we are most busy and crowded. According to research by the British Council, on average we walk a distance of 18 meters in 10.5 seconds. That is approximately 6 kilometers an hour. Here's a fun fact, that's also how fast bumblebees fly. Besides walking at a rapid pace, we eat quickly, text quickly, and there is even an unwritten rule for escalator usage. Keep left so that those who are in a bigger hurry can overtake swiftly.
this our integrated resort, Marina Bay Sands, on our left.
On our left is the iconic Marina Bay Sands Integrated Resort, or MBS for short. Look up and that is the magnificent Sky Park. An engineering feat, the observation deck sits on a cantilever platform overhanging the North Tower by 67 meters. At 191 meters above the ground, the deck offers you a picturesque view of the city. It is open to the public and admission charges apply. The white building on our left is the Art Science Museum. Referred to as the welcoming hand of Singapore, the structure is anchored by the round base in the middle, with 10 finger-like extensions. Although it has a resident exhibition, the Art Science Museum mostly hosts touring exhibitions curated by other museums. The structure is said to resemble a lotus flower. It is designed by the Israeli architect Moshe Safdie.
Now, the architect Moshe Safdie is also the architect of our Changi Jewel. We have been to our Changi Airport. You notice there is a very beautiful silver dome over there? Yes, that is also designed by the same architect of MBS, Moshe Safdie.
The multicolored seats on your right are part of the Marina Bay Floating Stadium. It is home to the world's largest floating stage. Made entirely of steel, the floating platform can bear the weight of 9,000 people and 200 tons of stage props. This multi-purpose platform has been converted into a concert arena, a performance stage, and even used sparingly as a football pitch. With a seating capacity of 30,000, it is the prime venue for the annual New Year's Eve countdown concert.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right-hand corner, you see a tall tower. That is our Swiss Hotel, the Stanford. Stanford Hotel is also designed by a very famous architect. His name was I.M. Pei. I.M. Pei was an American Chinese, just passed away 2 years ago.
Ahead on our right, you will see a tall cylindrical building that is Swiss Hotel the Stanford. Designed by I.M. Pei, this 73-story establishment was once the tallest hotel in the world. It is home to the annual Vertical Marathon, where every year more than 2,000 participants partake in what is dubbed Asia's most grueling stair race. The record time, sub 7 minutes.
Any friends here love to eat durian? Right-hand side, you see a pair of durian. Not to worry, there's no durian soap in it. It's our Esplanade. The building cost of this pair of durian is 600 million Singapore dollar. A pair of expensive durian.
On our right is the Esplanade, Theaters on the Bay. Built in 2001, it is the Center for the Performing Arts in Singapore. Named after the nearby Esplanade, it consists of a concert hall that sits 1,600 and a theater with a capacity of 2,000 for the performing arts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the mascot of Singapore, Malayan, is standing tall in front of us. Do you see the Malayan spouting water? All right, Malayan will be on our right soon. Friends sitting on the left, not to worry. Later on, our captain will make the U-turn. You'll still be able to take a good picture of the lion. goodbye to the Malayan. Bye-bye. So if you have the time, please go Malayan Park and take pictures with the lion. Again. Look at all those spiky stony shapes. They are all aluminum sunshades. Altogether, 7,139 pieces. Now look at the very unique architectural design, which has been said to have an appearance very similar to durian. That's why it's colloquially known to the local as the big durian. We never use the word Esplanade, a bit difficult to pronounce, at least for me. Have a listen to our MBS again, which is ahead on our right.
Opened in 2010, the MBS is billed as the world's most expensive standalone casino property at US dollars 5.7 billion. It boasts 2,500 rooms, convention and exhibition halls, shopping malls, celebrity chef restaurants, theaters, and a museum. It is reported to be the world's largest atrium casino with 500 tables and 1,600 slot machines. Look up and you'll see the 340-meter-long Sky Park. There you'll find a 150-meter infinity swimming pool set on top of the world's largest public cantilevered platform. It is said that it was designed to resemble the Chinese character shan, or mountain. In feng shui, mountain means backing, which ensures the house always wins. At Marina Bay Sands Waterfront, you can watch the Light and Water Show at 8 p.m. nightly. The 13-minute light, music, and sound performance is free. There are two casinos in Singapore. Opened in 2010, both became the most profitable casinos in the world. In 2013, with a gaming revenue of US dollars 6 billion, Singapore is ranked third in the world behind Macau at 44 billion and Las Vegas at 7 billion. Vegas's 7 billion is contributed by 75 casinos, while Singapore's 6 billion is contributed by only 2.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now right-hand side you see a very beautiful silver sphere floating on the water. That is an Apple store. So you want to get any latest Apple product, for instance iPhone 13, yes, you may go over there to purchase it. And now left-hand side we see our beautiful floating platform again. It can accommodate about 30,000 spectators. So 3 weeks ago we were supposed to have our 31st December New Year countdown here. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, it was not happening. So hopefully we will do it this year end. Last year in August, we had our delayed National Day parade here as well. It was a very low profile one. So hopefully we would have a grand one this year. Let's have a listen to the silver bridge in front of us, which is called the Helix. Now look at the design. It's inspired by DNA. Have a listen.
Ahead is the Helix Bridge. The bridge has 4 viewing platforms at strategic locations, providing stunning angles of the Singapore skyline, as well as underscoring events taking place within the Marina Bay. When night falls, the bridge is illuminated by a series of multi-hued lights that enhance the double helix design, which was inspired by the DNA structure.
So does it look like DNA, the bridge? I think it does, right?
We are in the Marina Bay Reservoir. In the past, it mainly contained salt water and connected the Singapore River to the open sea. In 2008, the river mouth in front of us was sealed by the Marina Barrage. This barrage also helps in flood control for the city center. Singapore imports nearly 40% of our drinking water from Malaysia and is working towards self-sufficiency. Currently, 10% of our water supply is obtained through desalination. Revolting as it may sound, 30% of our nation's water needs is met by high-grade reclaimed water. The tap water in your hotel room or anywhere else in Singapore is well within the clean drinking water guidelines set by the WHO. The development around us, including MBS and Gardens by the Bay, is built on reclaimed land. Land reclamation has increased Singapore's landmass by a whopping 25%. That's equivalent to 8,000 football fields. All the sand needed for land reclamation is imported. Now you can appreciate the price of real estate in Singapore.
our beautiful vertical gardens. They are called super trees. Altogether, 18 of them. In fact, super trees dominate the garden's landscape. And all the trees come alive at night with lights and music shows called Garden Rhapsody. Twice a night at 7:45 and 8:45. And now left-hand side, we see our Singapore flyer again. So friends sitting on the left, just now you might have missed the opportunity to take a good picture of the flyer. Now is the time for you. Food of Singapore. I'm sure all of us love our hawker food. Let's have a listen.
Few places in the world offer a more diverse food selection than Singapore. The spicy chili crab has enticed many foodies all over the world and is perhaps the one dish that is synonymous with Singapore. A close second would be the Hainanese chicken rice. Both dishes were selected to be contested by celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, who pit himself against our local hawker heroes. Here is a touring tip. Hawker food centers are often packed during meal times. If you see an umbrella or a tissue pack on an unoccupied table, that means it's taken. Locals refer to this quirky table reservation practice as chope. Go ahead, place a tissue pack on an empty table, run off to buy your food, and the table remains yours when you return.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our way back. So not to worry, when we go on land, there'll be no water splash. You just need to sit still and hold tight, alright? So probably 3 to 4 more minutes to go on land. So now, shall we play a game? Not to worry, it's a very simple game, as simple as 1, 2, 3. For instance, I might just ask you, how many official languages are there in Singapore? So the answer should be 4. It's that easy. But I need your cooperation. Please do not Google for answer, alright? So please put your handphones away. If you are able to answer question correctly, you receive little souvenir from us. So are you ready? Now, left-hand side, do you see our Ferris wheel Singapore flyer? It stands at 165 meters. My question is, how many capsules or how many cabins are there on the flyer? You may start to count now, but if you want to make any wild guess, just raise your hand and I'll come to you, okay? From 1 to 50, just give me a number. Start counting? Start counting. Yes, 24. Okay, any other answers? Yes. 23. 23. 26. Okay, any more? 20. 20. Okay, any more? 你们几位要不要猜一猜我们的摩天轮有多少的观景舱或者多少的箱子啦？1到50，前面给我一个数字。Alright, anyone there? Trying to try? No answer? 25. Okay, all the answers are not correct. Do it again. All the answers are not correct. 你们数出来了吗？要不要给我一个数字？没有啊。Alright, okay. 28, that's right. Yes, it's 28. 是28号。Now, this is Chinese operated company. So, remember the auspicious number for Chinese is always 8. So, never go for 24, 34, or 44. You know the reason, alright? Okay, Lily, you win a prize. Hold on. I hope you don't have it yet. There's a duck whistle. 鸭哨. Alright. So do it later. Don't do it now. Thank you. 谢谢你. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Alright. For the 4 of you, please rest and relax because I'm going for second round. Okay? Don't forget it. Alright. Right. Now for the rest of us, shall we go for second round? So do you see the 3-story structure? This is the pit building for our Formula 1 Singapore Grand Prix. They are all together 36 garages. My question is, how many racing teams are there? From 1 to 20. Just give me a number. Alright, racing team, we have Ferrari as one, Mercedes, Renault, and so forth. So how many altogether? Any number? Between 1 and 20. Okay. Now this is a more operated company. You can actually forget about the auspicious number for Chinese. Yes, little girl? 18. Okay, 1-8. Any more? 18 is not correct. Do it again. Anyone would like to try? 1到20，随便给我个数字。Keep trying, don't worry. You want to try? Between 1 and 20. Not many number left. I already mentioned 3, so it should be more than 3. 没，你们已经拿到了一个奖品了，是给别人机会哈，给别人机会，让机会给别人。Come again? 16. 16 is not correct. Do it again. Anyone? 4. 4 is not correct. Do it again. 10. 10 is correct. 10. Okay. Now our commentary mentioned 12, but recently M1 has reduced it to 10. So it's either 10 or 12. Okay. So sir, you win a prize. Hold on. Not the dark whistle. Not the dark whistle, but the beautiful dark pen. Okay, for you to do some writing. Okay. Alright, we'll be turning left and going ashore soon. Not to worry, no water splash, but it might be a little bit bumpy. So I would suggest everybody to hold tight again. Push the boat. Let's do it.
Quack, quack. Are we splashing up? Are we splashing up? Okay. I shall help the captain. Push, push, push. Are we on land already? Are we? Let's give our captain a big hand. Whee!
All right, thank you, Captain Chan, for this beautiful landing. It's like aeroplane landing, isn't it? That's the end of our water tour, and now let's start with the land tour. During the land tour, you'll find it very noisy and bumpy. Why? Because this is a very old warcraft. It was born in the 1960s. Already 50 over years old. Bear with it for about 15 to 20 minutes, and the whole journey will be over. So for land tour, Captain will bring us around on the city colonial civic district. Why is it colonial civic district? Because Singapore was a colony of United Kingdom from 1819 until 1963. So over there we will see colonial style buildings, churches, and also some war memorials. Water tour, there was a mention of our Formula One Singapore Grand Prix. It's on the street circuit. So where do we find the racetrack? Yes, it's on our left. This is part of the F1 racetrack. Yes, F1 was not happening in the past 2 years because of the pandemic. Hopefully we will do it this year. And our F1 has taken place annually since 2008 on the street circuit. And this is the first night race in the world. F1 could never happen without a pit stop or a pit building. Where do we find the pit building? We saw it just now. Let's look at it again. Yes, again on our left. The three-story structure houses race facilities, winner's podium, grandstand, and also guest hospitality lounges. No leisure activity right now because it has been converted to a medical center for the patients of COVID-19. There are altogether 750 beds in there, so we should not disturb them. Let them rest, all right? Which is ahead on our left. One complete trip lasts approximately 30 minutes. If you have not done so, I would encourage you to go. So the operating hour is from 2 in the afternoon until 9 in the evening. Subject to weather conditions, if there is thunder, lightning, heavy rain, strong wind, they will suspend their operation for a while. Currently it's under maintenance and repair, so it's not in operation right now. Now let's have a listen to our Ritz Carlton, which is on our right. Notice the octagonal window.
On our right is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Notice the octagonal windows? Shaped like the bagua, an ancient chart used to study feng shui. The windows are believed to absorb good fortune and ward off evil. Check out the Singapore $1 coin. The same octagonal bagua is also inscribed there.
Notice our $1 coin also with the octagonal shape. That is just a normal simple design. It has nothing to do with any of the Chinese geomancy. Now many years ago we used to have a lot of outdoor food centers. Do we still have many nowadays? No, it's only a handful. One of them is on our left. That is our Makan Sutra. Left hand side is empty now. So during the evening if you want to try their food, okay? One of the stores is selling very good satay. I'm sure all of us here are local, so do you know that Singapore ever had war? From 1942 to 1945, it was under the Japanese occupation. During the occupation, there were several massacres. According to unofficial figures, the number of civilians who got executed by the Japanese army was about 50 to 60,000, and most of them were Chinese. Why were so many Chinese got killed by the Japanese army? Because during World War II, most of the Chinese were anti-Japanese. So in 1967, we built a civilian war memorial. Where do we find the war memorial? Right-hand corner, do you see 4 white pillars? Yes, that is the one. Alright, we'll come to this war memorial later. And now let's proceed to our colonial civic district. That is our Swiss Hotel, the Stanford. Have a listen.
Straight ahead is the Swiss Hotel in Raffles City. At 73 stories high, this hotel is home to the annual Vertical Marathon, where every year more than 2,000 partake in what is dubbed Asia's most grueling stair race. The record time, sub 7 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, left-hand side, do you see a tall white spire? This is a church. To be precise, it's a cathedral, St. Andrew Cathedral, the oldest Anglican house of worship in Singapore. So now let's have a listen to our St. Andrew Cathedral.
Just on our left is the St. Andrew Cathedral. George Coleman built the original church in 1836. Damages caused by 2 lightning strikes resulted in a demolition 20 years later. The structure you see today was the 3rd to be erected here. Now you know lightning can actually strike the same place twice.
Alright, the St. Andrew Cathedral we are seeing now was actually completed in the year 1861 and designed by Macpherson. Although it's an old building, it still looks good, heavy and clean because they maintained it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at North Bridge Road because of road construction. You'll find it very bumpy. So I would suggest everybody to hold tight and enjoy the jump, alright? Okay, now everybody look up. Left-hand corner. Do you see an UFO? Now, that is actually our new Supreme Court. Okay? Have a listen.
Look up now, and you'll see the flying saucer-like dome of the new Supreme Court. Designed by Sir Norman Foster, the building's glass structure represents the transparency of the legal system.
Okay, left-hand side, this is our new Supreme Court. Is there an old one? Yes, the old Supreme Court is right at the back. Old Supreme Court together with our City Hall has been beautifully restored and transformed into National Gallery. We'll be seeing it soon, right? Okay, we'll be turning left again and you will see our new Parliament House on our right. Right-hand side, new Parliament House.
Coming up is the new Parliament House. Opened in 1999, its architectural design attempts to reflect the stateliness of the Parliament.
Alright, new Parliament House, is there an old one? Yes, further down, old Parliament House is now our art house. It's a venue for art and cultural performances on our right. In front of the art house, you see a black elephant statue. That is a gift from the King of Siam, Chulalongkorn, in the year 1871. So this elephant is already 150 years old. And now left-hand side, this is our former Supreme Court, next our City Hall. So they are now our National Gallery. Not forgetting City Hall is also the venue where our first Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, declared Singapore's independence in the year 1965. Right-hand side, our Padang. Padang is a Malay word, it means the green field. We have our National Day Parade held here very often. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to see our Civilian War Memorial again, which is ahead on our right. So there are 2 captions over there, Chinese and Malay. The words are Memorial of the Civilian Victims during Japanese occupation from 1942 to 1945. Any friends able to read Chinese? Right-hand side, you see a few Chinese characters. Next to it is Malay version. But do you see 1942 to 1945? So in August 1945, the Japanese army surrendered unconditionally because of the 2 atomic bombs, and the British reoccupied Singapore. So when the British failed to protect Singapore during World War II, they lost their credibility with the Singaporeans. And the aftermath sparked political awakening and saw the rise of anti-colonial and nationalist sentiment. So after 1945, Singapore slowly moved towards independence. Self-government was granted in 1959. In 1963, we joined with Malaysia, but the merger was very short-lived because of heated ideological conflicts arose between the 2 governments. 2 years later, on the 9th of August 1965, Singapore was separated from the Malaysia and became a sovereign, democratic and independent nation. Thereafter, commenced Singapore's struggle to survive and prosper on our own. Now, however painful the past, we have to live and plan for the future without being hobbled by past experiences. So, from 1965 to the 1990s, we underwent industrialization and urbanization and actually enjoyed rapid economic growth because of our strategic location and also the favorable world economy. Today, Singapore is a vibrant and prosperous nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't happen like a change in the weather. It happened because of determined work over generations. So today we're still working hard, striving hard in order to keep moving forward. And we're sort of lucky because after independence, we have investment from the US, UK, Europe, and also from some of the East Asian countries, for instance, Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, and even Indonesia. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now turning right and soon you'll see a mini cafeteria on our left. Left-hand side, a mini cafe. Do you see a big letter M? Not McDonald's, but Lady M. Lady M is from USA, New York. What does it sell? It sells layered cake. Local term, kueh lapis. So if anyone buying kueh lapis from any of the Bengawan Solo, one big kueh lapis might cost you about $40 to $50. But if you're going to buy from Lady M, it will cost you $100, double the price. But it's yummy and tasty. You may try it. Alright, now let's just say we have a local Projectile Beach. This is by CDL, City Development Limited. It's a property firm. They're all together, 2 tall towers on our left. So the one nearer to us is the latest 5-star hotel, JW Marriott. Another one is their office tower. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember we started our tour from Suntec City? We're now on our way there. So before we arrive at our ending point, I would like to share with you some interesting facts about Suntec. Suntec City is another foreign investment. It's from Hong Kong. The richest man of Hong Kong, Mr. Lee Ka-shing, invested 500 million Hong Kong dollar in 1995 to establish Suntec City. It has a very big conference and exhibition center, as well as 5 tall towers. Some of our friends here might know that Hong Kong friends are very particular over Chinese geomancy. Chinese geomancy in Chinese we call it feng shui, literally means wind and water. So now let's have a listen to our Suntec City and notice the big fountain.
We are now at the heart of Suntec City. Chinese geomancy had a great influence over the architectural design here. Suntec City is modeled after our left hand. Notice the 5 finger-like towers surrounding us? The shortest tower on our left represents the thumb. Positioned in the center of the palm is the world's largest fountain. Uniquely, the water flows inward. According to Chinese geomancy, this signifies wealth flowing into one's palm.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fountain of Wealth is now on our right. Later on, we should be able to see the water flows inward into the center of the palm. So it symbolizes retention of wealth and also bring prosperity to all the tenants and visitors in the city. In fact, Suntec City is making big profits every year. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our duck tour.
We are now coming to the end of the tour. Remember to check with our crew at Suntec for your boarding pass privileges. Enjoy great savings to all top attractions in Singapore, such as the Flyer, Universal Studios, Gardens by the Bay, SEA Aquarium, River Safari, Night Safari, Zoo, City Night Tours, and more. Thank you for choosing Duck and Hippo. If there's anything that we can do to make your stay here even more pleasant, please let us know. Gratuities are customary. Feel free to tip any of our deserving crew for good service rendered. And finally, before you alight, remember to take all your belongings. Don't leave anything behind. See you soon.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our deck tour. Thank you so much for choosing our Duck and Hippo. So I hope you've enjoyed this amphibious ride of both land and water. Now, notice our captain also have to provide an exceptional trip experience. So, as appreciation, maybe we could just tip them with a small amount for their good service rendered and also for them to get a cup of tea or coffee. Because all our captains have to work from morning 10 until 7 in the evening without any proper meal break. Probably with only 5-10 minutes short break after each ride. So it's a very, very tough job for all of them. So we really appreciate their service and thanks very much to their contribution. Alright. So later on, we should wait for the vehicle to come to a complete stop. Then we'll elect group by group. First group will be the 4 of you. Please find chat here. Second group, the 4 of you. And the third group, 4 of you here. And last group, the 5 of you. Now remember, safety always comes first. So please go slow. Last but not least, stay strong, fit and healthy in order to fight with the coronavirus. Notice the virus is getting well day by day. So please stay fit. Once again, thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Good luck and have a nice, beautiful Sunday. Over here, Chinese New Year is coming. So I wish everybody 虎年行大运. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.